Alright, guys, we are back again. We're going to be doing another Dragon Ball Daima review, episode 12. Dude, this episode was crazy because I was like, okay, we're going to be seeing the whole Vegeta fight. We're going to be seeing Majin Ku as well, or Do. And we saw two different battles in this. We saw where it starts off where Vegeta looked like he was going to be getting eaten by that Kraken, which it almost looked like he did, and Goku goes to check. And Vegeta actually survives by holding on to one of the tentacles. And what was really cool about this was we finally got to see Vegeta kind of take the fight a little bit more seriously because we did not know exactly how powerful the second Tamagami was going to be. Now, what was really interesting was seeing, of course, going from this fight, and the fight was really good. I will say this: the fight was very interesting because of Vegeta not only going to have to go Super Saiyan 1 and then 2, having issues with the Tamagami, just I would say a little bit. Then when it finally seemed like he was getting the upper hand, we see where the older Namekian, I keep forgetting his name, he does some kind of magic, and he basically powers up the Tamagami where he gets the advantage over Vegeta and he keeps on fighting. And during that time, we see where Majin Buu is fighting Tamagami 1. And Tamagami 1 is actually having issues against Majin Buu, and he's actually getting the upper hand. Then the dude stops, and he's like, I want chocolate. And Arinsu's like, you're in the middle of a fight. You don't need to be doing that. And he just starts acting like a child, when I want chocolate, I want chocolate. And so Majin Ku goes to get chocolate, and we see where Majin Buu is running from Tamagami 1, and we see where Goma and Degasu is actually watching, we see them watching, and they're like, okay, what's going on? They see Arinsu's there, and they're like, okay, what is she doing? And as soon as that happens, they realize that she has some kind of servants, or she's done something to where she's able to have these ones do her bidding. Now, Ku does come back with the chocolate. He throws it at Do. He eats it, and that's when he starts fighting Tamagami 1 for real, and that's when they starts getting things seriously. Tamagami 1 actually powers up, and he goes all red in the face and the shoulders, and it looks like the fight's about ready to get really interesting. Somehow, Majin Buu wins. I don't know how this guy wins. He won. He was able to beat Tamagami 1, and then, of course, he has his final challenge where he's doing mathematics arithmetic, where he's got to figure out all the numbers, and he's not able to figure out. Arinsu's not able to figure out. She's like, I can't even figure that out. That's cheating. And guess who figured it out? It was Ku. So somehow Ku was able to figure out all the final sum of numbers, and they got the Dragon Ball, and they're leaving. And of course, Goma is having a meltdown. Goma is having a massive meltdown, and of course, Degus is like, "Oh God, we'll figure this out. We'll figure this out. We'll figure this out." And I'm sitting there, and I'm like, "Okay, what are they gonna do?" Because now there's only one Dragon Ball left. Because now they're about ready to have the second one. Arinso has the first one, so what's gonna happen? And soon as they go back to the fight, it looks like Vegeta's still having issues a little bit with Tamagami 2. Then there was a lot of, I would say, nostalgia feeling from when Vegeta fought Semi Perfect Cell in the water during Dragon Ball Z during the Cell arc. So that was kind of cool seeing that almost again where he's fighting this enemy in the water. And right when you see he just knocks out Vegeta. Vegeta gets so pissed off. He goes Super Saiyan 2, goes up, blows him away, and then he just unleashes this power. And the best way I know how to describe it is got to be SSJ3. It's got to be SSJ3 unless they come up with something else. I mean, I know there's fans going to be like, oh, that's not Super Saiyan 3. It damn sure looked like it. It damn sure looked like Super Saiyan 3 or a version of Super Saiyan 3. And Goku's like, how do you learn that? And Bulma's like, come on, he's been training for however long by himself. And then you see where he just eradicates Tamagami 2. I mean, dude, anybody that's a Vegeta fan, and I'm a Vegeta fan, I love this fight. This fight was badass. I mean, he literally made Tamagami 2 his bitch. I mean, he just beat the shit out of him. And he finally was like, I give up. And he goes back to normal, and he has to do this like how many biscuits this character starts with and how many does he have at the end or whatever. And he's actually able to figure it out. He gives them the right answer. And as soon as he wins the second Dragon Ball, the second Tamagami apologizes to the older Namekian, saying, I apologize for not protecting the Dragon Ball. He says, no, this is a good thing, basically because Vegeta earned it, same way Goku earned his. And I guess, how Majin Buu won his as well. And as soon as they're about ready to leave, it looks like they're about ready to have engine troubles again. I'm not sure if Glorio did this on purpose, but it looked like there was a cord that got undone. And of course, Pansy was able to fix it. It was simple, but it's kind of like, okay, did it do that on its own, or did Gloria do that, or did someone else do that? So it kind of makes you wonder what exactly was going on. But overall, this episode was amazing. I mean, it was really good. It was a really good fight for both fights, for Majin Buu versus Tamagami 1, and then Tamagami 2 versus Vegeta. And seeing this with Vegeta, oh my gosh, man! You know how many years we have been wanting this? For Vegeta fans, have been wanting SSJ3 Vegeta for years, and unfortunately we got it in a different manner, but we finally got it. So whether people are going to be happy or not about this, I'm happy about this because we finally got to see something that I had been wanting to see as well within Dragon Ball. And what's funny is they actually mention where Goku tries to give Vegeta a bug to regain his energy, like Goku did, and he's like, "I'm not eating that." And then Goku's like, "You didn't have issues eating Chris before." He's like, "I'm refined now." Because again, if you remember in Dragon Ball Z, where him and Nappa were eating those bug man, so that was kind of funny to have that be brought up as well. But I really enjoyed this episode. I was glued to the screen. I was in awe of, like, oh my gosh, man, I can't believe they finally did this. I can't believe they gave Vegeta another kind of transformation. And again, I know some people get tired of transformations. I don't mind the transformations, depending on how many times we get a new transformation. We have not gotten, I would say, a new transformation in a minute from Vegeta, other than Ultra Ego Vegeta, within the manga. But again, I don't know. I'm hoping that we get something that's going to be as good as this, and maybe we could see Ultra Ego Vegeta in anime at some point. But seeing this was bring a smile on my face, and it really brought a lot of, I would say, the kid in me back, because I remember playing Dragon Ball Z Budokai as SSJ3 Vegeta, and that was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun. It brought a lot of good memories back from doing that. But what did you guys think of this episode? Was it good? Was it bad? Was it amazing? Was it just okay? I thought the animation was amazing. I thought the fights were amazing, and a little bit again of the comedy. But overall, great episode. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you as always on the next one.